Hello, everybody. Welcome back to CCSN Snacktime. Benjamin Parris, Matt Weiss. As usual, you will see a fourth screen on your screen today because we have two guests instead of one today. We have John Adams and Jack Kinney. Lacrosse would be their season right now. I know John plays football as well, but two seniors here from Cherry Creek. How are you guys doing?
Pretty good. Thanks for having us. It'll be fun.
Yeah, great. Thanks for having us as well.
So you guys aren't playing lacrosse right now, and I know John still got half of his athletics, and he played football. He made arguably the biggest play of the whole season back in November. But how are you guys keeping busy right now?
I've been trying to work out a lot. I've been running a lot with my brother, just to like Wash Park and stuff around Wash Park, and doing a lot of push-ups, but playing some mini games. But yeah,
I have a weight room downstairs, so I'm just staying there a lot, trying to put on some size, get stronger while I can. I've also been running a good amount, so just working out.
Now, although the time at Cherry Creek might be done, you guys still both have big futures ahead of you. John over at a High Point. I know Jack's going to Marquette with guys like Luke Rios. There's Jacob Hallam's over there as well. How excited are you guys for what's coming next?
I'm pretty pumped. It's definitely going to be a change, a little farther away, but I'm excited to just get there and work as hard as I can and see where it takes me and meet some new people along the way. So.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It's always been a goal of mine to play college lacrosse, so to see it come to fruition is going to be really cool.
Now, Weiss, I can see your two championship rings, and you won those with these guys. Just how awesome is the lacrosse team's atmosphere, and especially last year after the state championship, which was, as a visual, one of the coolest games ever.
Yeah, I mean, these two would have been and hopefully still will be, but regardless, four-year varsity players and contributors to two state championship teams. Their freshman year, 2017, we had one of the most talented teams in recent memory, and we had a heck of a season with great leadership and a lot of great players who got along and enjoyed being together and enjoyed the journey. And these two got to experience that, and it's not a surprise that under these two's leadership, we won a state championship last year, and we were really geared up to potentially repeat again this year, not just because of the talent, but because of how well these guys lead and how well just all the guys on this year's team get along. The camaraderie was on par with 2017, and it was going to be really exciting to see how good of a team this year could have been. I know as we finished last year, we're always in the hunt. I don't think anybody thought we were a shoo-in to win state, and we really had to go through a lot to get to that point where we won state, and these two can speak to that. But obviously, we started peaking at the right time in the playoffs, and us coaches, the head coach and our positional coaches put these guys in a really good position to be themselves and be the players they're capable of. But when we came into postseason, the mental toughness of our whole team, led by these two on defense, we were on another level, and that's how we were able to persevere in what became one of the more epic state championships games as a blizzard came down during the second half down there at All City. And it was a blast. It's just one of those things as an adult. I always say to my friends, not too many people get to wake up and be this excited about sports as an adult, especially as an adult with limited athletic ability, or my athletic ability keeps getting more and more limited as I'm humbled by things like back pain. But to be this excited about these kind of athletes, and that day was just special. It was, the best reality type TV experience. You go out there and you play, and you hope these kids are able to do what they're capable of. And then when they do, and they respond and they do it the way that they did, and just being able to share that moment with them and all their hard work, it's on another level. And it's the kind of thing that, I don't want to have losing seasons, but it's the kind of thing that'll keep you coming back for the rest of your life.
I'd love to ask about Coach Barkley and all like the leadership that he's entrusted in you guys. And a moment I really want to talk about is you guys had a Saturday afternoon loss to Arapaho last lacrosse season, right before the playoffs. How, as a whole, and I know you guys had such a big role in it, were you guys really able to rally everyone and get to the championship?
Yeah, that was definitely a hard loss. I sprained my ankle against Regis a few weeks before that, so I had to sit out. And that was my first game back, and I remember coming back and like we watched a lot of film. Like all the coaches got us ready, but I mean they just wanted it more that day. They played a lot harder, so it was definitely a tough loss. But it definitely, I would say, like if I could go back, I would take that loss every time because it kind of fueled us and got us ready, like in the right mindset, like that we're not just going to walk through the playoffs. So.
Yeah, it was definitely a humbling mindset considering we had a lot of close wins that year. And just to come out on the other end was pretty like a realization to our team that we need to work harder in practice and also just stick to what we know. We kind of got out of what just played our game from then on.
And just to finish off with Coach Barkley, it's such a prominent figure in the lacrosse community, especially in Colorado, being president of the Outlaws. He went to Johns Hopkins, so big lacrosse school. Just having a guy like that at practice every day. Of course, you have Weiss too. How awesome is having a guy like that at practice?
I mean, it's definitely above and beyond like what you can expect from high school sports. Like all these coaches that I've had in both football and lacrosse, they all know what they're talking about. You can trust them, and if you really buy into the program, then it like you'll see like it'll take you pretty far. So you just gotta trust your coaches and believe in what they're telling you.
Yeah, I think the entire coaching staff as a whole is very knowledgeable, and they just work well off of each other. So it's been a great opportunity just to learn from them and see what they know about the game and take it ourselves and move forward with it.
On the show, we talk a lot about individual moments, and not just on the lacrosse field, but just stuff that makes Cherry Creek and makes you love going to that school. What are you guys' favorite moments around Cherry Creek?
I honestly I like the pep assemblies a lot. Those are pretty fun. You know, like singing songs and stuff. That's pretty fun. And then also like going to the basketball games. Basketball games are a blast, and you know, being right there in front of all the action. It's fun to watch all those people that you know in school compete on the basketball court. So that's pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, I loved going to the basketball games and supporting the football team as well. It's really cool to see all the people that you see in class play their sports and do their thing on the field. But also just like waking up early, going to the locker room with the teammates, you know, walking over to the practice field together. Those are the times that you like really enjoy and not realize it until you don't have it as much.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious a little bit just about how you guys have been holding up, and maybe some of the side conversations you guys have had is obviously, you know, you both are the epitome of perseverance. I've seen both of you with injuries and different setbacks and being underestimated on the field, and you guys have time and again proven just what kind of people you are because of how you persevere through those moments and then how you lead. But in this time, you know, a lot of it's with yourself, but what are some of the things that maybe you connecting with other guys, or how you looking forward, or reminiscing about what you've had? Because you guys have both had, both on the field and off the field, pretty awesome careers here at Cherry Creek. You're great friends to people. You're big personalities with little ego. So I know, I'm just curious how you're handling all that.
It's definitely it's been hard, you know, looking forward to our senior season where we saw all like throughout our lacrosse career, we saw all these other seniors have such great senior seasons, but it's been hard. But I think me and Jack have kept each other in check, and you know, like I would say like once or twice a week we ask each other what we're doing to get better that day, and just kind of trying to keep that bond like it'll always be there, but you know, pushing each other at the same time. So
yeah, I've been watching a lot of lacrosse, just like old games from the beginning of this college season, just keeping a stick in my hand, you know, like we'll text out to the team occasionally, just remind them, keep a stick in their hand, you know, have hope, because there is a potential for a season at some point. And even if not, just remember why we love lacrosse so much and try and keep it a part of our lives.
So I had another question. This one's more directed at Johnny, but who knows? We could have gotten a guest appearance by Jack. a lot of us were able to see, well, at least over 1 million people were able to see DJ Johnny go off in the playoffs inside the locker room, mixing the tunes, getting the team hyped. I was looking forward to experiencing DJ Johnny. How are you honing your skills, keeping them ripe just in case we do get to go back and make a championship run? Are we going to have any guest DJs? I mean, where were we heading with that?
Well, when it came about in football, it was kind of just, I don't know, we came back from 2 days after we beat Cherokee Trail. We came back to the locker room, and I just started playing music. And then Jack Hoyer was flipping the lights. He was the guy behind the scenes that made it all happen.
Yeah.
He was flipping the lights, and so that was really fun. I didn't expect it to be like how it went viral, but I've been when I drive, I look for some good new songs to hopefully pull out sometime in the near future. So
yeah, well, hopefully we get it. If not, I'm sure you have better music taste than Ash or Nolting, so you'll be able to take the reins down there at High Point. Jack, I had a question for you. I mean, a little more serious note, but I read obviously the other day what Coach Barkley said about you on Twitter after they posted your senior tribute that the program's doing. I'll read it for everybody. And this is from Coach Barkley, who is a national championship in the college ranks, a defender, national championship in the pro ranks, obviously now is one as a coach. So he's won at every level and just highly respected. But Jack was secretly the best cover defender in Colorado last year. He did not get beat, never made a mistake. In 19 games, he gave up 1 goal. I only remember that goal because it was when I realized he was not getting scored on. The future is bright for this guy. I mean, speak a little bit about what that meant to you and just kind of the relationship you've had with Coach Barkley.
Yeah, I mean, it's a great feeling to earn his trust in that way and to see how he sees my future being bright. Like our relationship has been really just special because we've been able to communicate with each other about what works and what doesn't for me. And he's taught me so many things, and I'd say he's instilled more confidence in me than he has taught me technique or anything like that. And that's what's really carried me to this next level and prepared me for college. So it's just been great to have him around, and he's taught me more than I could imagine learning from high school lacrosse.
And with that same deal, John, both Coach Doherty in football that I know of, and then obviously I get to see you work with Coach Clausen, who's a big personality, but similar maybe playing style as you. He sees some of himself in you, like maybe Coach Barkley does with Jack. You know, Coach Clausen was a 4-time All-American at Virginia, didn't get a national title, which Coach Barkley will remind him all the time. But, you know, a little bit about just that experience being around such a great defensive mind. You were already really good, but you really honed in on some technique and just some swagger out there on the field the past 2 years that I've seen. And, you know, some of that I imagine is attributed both to Coach Clausen teaching you things, but also just the rapport you have with him. Speak a little bit about that.
Yeah, Coach Clausen, I mean, ever since the first day I saw him, I thought he was a really funny guy. I mean, he kind of like brings that like looseness to practice, but he's not afraid to get on you if you're lacking a little bit. But he's taught me a ton, just on ball, off ball, just everything about the game of lacrosse. He's taught me a ton, and you know, I don't think I would be the player that I am today without Coach Clausen just like being there every step of the way when he came on the coaching staff when I was a sophomore. And I mean, that's just been great to have a relationship with him. And I think him and Coach Barkley and all the lacrosse coaches, I think even past Creek, I'll still have a relationship with all of them, and, you know, keep talking to them and asking for some advice, like what I can do better and stuff, because it's kind of a special bond because I know that they're always going to be there for me. So
that's the truth.
It is snack time, and I've seen Jack's been taking a few bites here and there. I'll start with him. Jack, what do you have for snack?
I have some Orville Redenbacher's Gourmet Poppin' Corn. Just whipped it up in the microwave real quick.
John, what about yourself?
I got the good old RX bar. pretty simple, but it's pretty good, healthy for you, I think. But, yeah.
I know that's one of your favorites, Weiss. What do you have today?
Yeah, I think that's healthy, John. They at least make the packaging look simple and just tell you what's in it to make it feel healthy. So I ran out, need a Costco run, but I had 2 little cutie oranges today, which I've already had while we were talking. What about you, Ben?
We have matzo and butter. Passover's almost over, so I'll be okay. But a few more days. So, boys, it was awesome having you two on the show. Of course, we talked about your futures. We're going to wish you best of luck there. Hopefully, we get to see you at graduation before then. But I got a feeling we're going to hear John Adams and Jack Kinney's names in the near future. So, thanks for coming on, guys.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. You obviously know how much you mean to me. But all these kids that have been able to share time with you, you've left a legacy on this program that is going to be a big part of it for decades to come. So we'll obviously, there's a more proper way to tribute you guys within the program, but you know how much you mean to all of us, and just being the kind of workhorses and head down, hard hat kind of guys, and it's going to serve you well both the next level playing lacrosse and then professionally when you get to the next step. You know what Johnny said, I look forward to sharing a lot more good times with you in the future, and I'm just going to say it now, I expect to be invited to both your weddings. So
Sure. Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, guys.
Yep. Take care.
See you guys.